What's going on, everybody? My name is Baloo, and welcome to the jungle. This is the channel where we take a very simple approach to technical analysis. We look at the price in the context of volume using the Wyckoff method. If that is something that interests you, then why don't you hit the subscribe button? I do this every single day, except for the days that I don't. And yeah, I have been away for several weeks, holidays, family. So those days that I don't have been stacking up, but I'm glad to be back at it, back to help support the community. And break down some of these charts and seeing what's going on. I think it's safe to say that we're in a bull market. So we're going to break down Bitcoin and Ethereum today, and then we will maybe look at another coin. But let's jump right in to Bitcoin. So in Wyckoff, we are looking for these accumulation ranges. So we had this range down here, these longer consolidations. When the consolidations are long, you can take more time looking at the signals for these Wyckoff accumulations. When things really start to go, though, which happened as a result of this sign of strength leaving this consolidation range, you really just need to draw a box around the range. So you'll have a pump up, okay, and you drop a line basically at the change of character. So we're going up, 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 and then we stop going up. There's a sideways consolidation. That is your change of character right here. Change of character right here. Draw a straight line. You can do horizontal raise. You can drop a trading range, a parallel channel, whatever you want to do. And basically, you're just going to make note of the buyer's climax and the automatic rally. So the buyer's climax right here and the automatic reaction. Sorry, rallies are up, reactions are down. The automatic reaction right here. So that's the width of the range. And basically, you're just watching the range. So you can either buy when you're in a bullet, if you're really bullish on the coin, anytime it breaks the bottom of the range, that would be a buy signal. You'd be buying the spring. And then anytime it breaks the top of the range, you could also add to your position. Now, if you do buy the top of the range, realize that there are going to be fake outs. There was, let's just back this up a little bit. Inside of Bitcoin, there was there was a bad signal here. There was a bad signal here. And there was a bad signal here and here. Okay? So realize that there are going to be bad signals if you do choose to buy the top of the range. Buying the bottom of the range, this was a beautiful entry. It broke the bottom of the range once. That was the spring, and the spring would have been a fantastic entry. I don't know why it's acting off. Oh, I've got the magnet on, that's why. So buying the spring would have been the better play inside of this consolidation range right here. But all you got to take into account is that your stop loss is below the range. So, if you buy here at the top of the range itself here was only a 3% range. So, give yourself some room. You might even go to the bottom of the flag, get below this line. It's just over 10%. So, whatever your risk to reward ratio is, whatever type of trader you are, if you aren't a trader and you're just investing and wanting to add to positions, buying the top of the range in a strong uptrend is pretty powerful. Like if we go to the daily chart here, you can see, let's just clean this up. Let me go to a different chart. Let me go to a different Bitcoin chart. Where is my other Bitcoin chart? Right here. I'll just show you what I mean real quick. So basically you have a run up and then there's a sell off. Okay. So you drop a ray, horizontal ray at the change of character. Okay. Now you got a bad signal here. You got a good signal here. And then that goes up to the next change of character. So this is you scaling into the position, knowing when to add to your Bitcoin position. You add every time you have a break of the line set at the change of character. Again, a bad signal here, but a good signal here. If you're accumulating and you're in for the long haul, you don't really care about these bad signals. You can buy, you got a bad signal here, and then you finally got a good signal all the way up to the peak. And then you have a change of character. And then again, it came down, and then as soon as it broke, it just, it's going really, really fast. It's going very fast right now. So every change of character, every time you break, it keeps going. And guess what? We had another change of character here, and it's just going to keep going. So this will conclude. This will conclude somewhere, maybe 40K is the mark. That's a big even number. Expect some sort of profit taking to occur at the 40K mark. And then that will probably be where the sell-off is. So what you'll do at that point is you'll drop a horizontal ray at 40K or wherever the peak may be, and then you would add to your position. It's really important to not get scared. Here's, and you would also have your stop loss too, right? So we're in an uptrend. We have our stop loss at the lower level. So let's say we bought here, okay? If we just bought in at this consolidation, this buy signal right here, draw a ray at the automatic reaction and move your stop loss below the automatic reaction. So now we had a breakout and then a new consolidation. So now this consolidation did come to another automatic reaction. You could put that on the low right there, and then you can move your stop loss to underneath the last consolidation. And this is kind of like a manual trailing stop. So every time you break one of these levels, you just slide your stop loss up, slide your stop loss up. Be careful, you don't want to be right at the line, because as you can see, this reaction did break through, but it got bought up very, very quickly. So when I say keep your stop loss below, if you're really wanting to hold on to your asset for a longer duration of time, you could even leave it 2 consolidations below. It's entirely up to you, but every time you have a break to a new level, consider locking in some of those gains and moving your stop loss up to below these levels, so that you're not losing. You're able to take these high risk, scary positions inside of Bitcoin and Ethereum and some other projects that are really doing quite well right now, because that there's the worst case scenario is not that bad. A lot of people they're just waiting for the pullback. They keep waiting for the pullback. They've been waiting for the pullback since we hit 20K, and we've doubled since 20K. You can't just wait for these pullbacks. We're in a strong uptrend. You got to make hay when the sun shines. You got to get in there. You got to trade. So, for those who are waiting, obviously this will conclude at some point. If we do throw on the moving averages, let's go to the weekly. Everybody knows about the 21 EMA on the weekly. So let's throw that on. There it is, my 8, 21, and 34. So look at how the weekly is respecting this 8 EMA. So, the 21 is way down at 20K. We don't know when the retracement will come. Typically, it's a 20 to 30% retracement. Sometimes you get 40, but 20 or 30, especially with the institutional players in this cycle, you're going to be lucky to get a 20 to 30. There's a lot of smart people that are buying the dip. They're buying those retracements. It looks like we're at 39 now. So they are, they're not going to allow this asset to fall 40%. All of my alarms are triggering. We're in a bull run. Things are moving. So I guess what I'm trying to say here is, buy the breakout on these consolidations. These longer consolidations, these are the accumulations. Once we're in markup, you kind of need to be a lot more relaxed with your Wyckoff analysis, okay? Don't look for distribution too early. Don't look for a complete accumulation schematic. It's probably not going to happen. When we start going really, really fast, a lot of times you'll have a trading range. Let's just draw a quick range here. You'll have a trading range, right? And the asset will come up to the buyer's climax, and then it'll come down. It might put a spring, and then it just goes, and that's it. That's not much of a consolidation range, but you can buy this. You buy the breakout or you buy the spring. You wouldn't have bought the spring because this automatic reaction would have been the spring, so you would have added to your position at the breakout of that level. But I guess, the point I'm trying to make here is when things are going fast, you have to be a little bit, you just got to give in. We're in an uptrend. It's strong. Don't let anybody tell you where the top is, because they don't know. The market will tell you where the top is. If you buy the top and it retraces 30%, well, that sucks, but it has to happen to somebody. That's just the way it is. So, you want to not be shy. You want to not be afraid. Scared money doesn't make money. Thank you to one of my VIP members, Shroomer. That's a poker term, and I love it. I think it's very applicable inside of the trading space. Scared money does not make money. So basically, that's what I'm seeing inside of Bitcoin. We've got a huge, strong uptrend. Trend is your friend. It's going to keep going. It's going to keep going until it stops. And when do you know that it stops? So that's the next, that's the $1 million question. So what I'm looking for, if we go back to those consolidation ranges, actually, let's go over to my futures chart on Bitcoin. When do you know it's over? Well, you know it's over when we start really breaking down on some of these levels. So let's just spread this out a bit. Let's go over the 12-hour. I'll do a video on time frames another time. This one's already getting longer than I want it to be. We'll throw the EMAs, turn the EMAs off. I don't really use indicators on this channel. Price and volume, that's all I care about. So here's our last consolidation range right here. So if we break through this would be a sign of weakness. This would be the first sign of weakness. We broke through the entire consolidation range. So this will result in a little bit of a recovery. The recovery will be an opportunity for you to possibly, take profit, maybe move your stop loss to a more aggressive position, whatever you got to do to begin exiting the trade. But if we break down to lower levels, now we've got a downtrend. You've got a high, you've got a higher high, a higher high, and a higher high. As soon as we start making lower highs, the trend has changed. We're in a very bullish trend. It will conclude at some point. We will get lower lows and lower highs. So at that point, that's when you're going to at least take profits. If you're an active trader, I'm sure there's other people who watch this channel who are just looking for investment opportunity. And in that case, you've just accumulated through this, and then, you wait for the retracement to start accumulating again. But yeah, there's many, many different strategies. If you would like to learn more about my trading strategies, I just launched a new website, so you can come and check me out at Baloo'sCryptoJungle.com. Come and sign up, become a member. I've got basically, you can join the VIP group. That's $14.99 a month. You get access to the VIP trading room. You get all of my charts and signals. We have some people who are doing research on the DeFi sector, and a whole lot of other channels. There's a ton of value inside of that channel. And then along with that as well, you could pay for the cryptocurrency trading course that I am developing. If you don't know anything about trading, we're going to get you up to speed and bull run ready, because the bull run is finally here. So, you need to invest in your education. There's two ways that you can go about this. You can learn to become a trader by losing money in the market, or you can get a little bit of guidance from somebody who understands the market and somebody who knows how to protect. And that's the biggest thing. Everybody gets really hung up on the technical analysis, and technical analysis is important, but it's not everything. Technical analysis will not tell you the direction. It tells you how to protect. That's it. That's all it does, is it tells you how to protect your investments. So, you get in some of these chats and everybody's saying, oh, it's going to this price and then it's going to go down to that price. I call bull on that one. Nobody can predict anything. It's just a matter of knowing when a good opportunity to enter a position is, where to set your stop losses, and how to protect your positions. That's all TA is. What makes a good trader is strategy. Strategy is really important, and strategy is exactly what you're going to get by joining my channel. So, if you haven't already subscribed, please do so. Subscribe below. And let's jump into Ethereum, because I promised Ethereum. This video is getting longer than I like them, but I promised Ethereum. So let's take a look. Again, same thing. We had this accumulation range down in Ethereum. You can see this area here. We had phase A, that's kind of setting the range. We had phase B, this is consolidation on declining volume. This is all very good. It looks healthy. Finally got a sign of strength, broke the top of the range. That would have been a buy signal. It gave it back, and it gave it back into a spring action, and then we got our second signal. And we've been off to the races since that second signal. So, buying those breaks, I don't know what this trading range is here, right? This is obviously a mistake. So yeah, the trend is your friend. The trend is your friend until it ends. You know, you've heard that a million times, but maybe you haven't quite understood what it means. And what it means is, you know, don't just pick a number to sell at. You can pick a number to take profit at, but don't exit the position until the trend is over. This can just keep going. There's nothing that says that Ethereum can't go to $2,500 right now. I'm not saying it will. I'm not saying it won't. There's nothing that says that it can't. Okay, and that's the point I'm trying to make here. There's nothing saying that Bitcoin can't make it to $50,000 in the short term. You have to just succumb to the fact that you don't know and that the market is bullish. Keep it really simple. Look at the price. Buy the breaks. Keep your analysis really simple. So, you know, Ethereum, it's just the same sort of thing that we saw inside of Bitcoin. You know, we had quite a spread here. This was a very worrying candle when it happened, because it showed a ton of selling pressure. But, you know, when you have a ton of selling pressure come in and then the price keeps going, that's called absorption. And absorption is really bullish because basically all the sellers are gone and then we just keep going. You know, so this amount of absorption right here, huge. All of this volume is the sellers leaving. They're like, that's it. We hit $1,000. We're done. And then you still have the demand, and the demand is pushing up the price. We have increasing price on decreasing volume. This is a bullish divergence. It's easier and easier to move the price up, is what it means. It takes less effort for the price to go up. So, you know, for those who are new to volume analysis, price and volume, it's all I use. The volume is the effort. And that's how you need to think about it. Here is the result. Here's the effort. It's one of the 3 laws of Wyckoff: effort versus result. How much effort is being applied to the price to achieve a result? So here you can see the result was nothing. We had huge wicks either side. The result was nothing, but there was a ton of effort. So typically that would be a bearish signal, and you would want to protect. You wouldn't necessarily exit, but you would want to protect and maybe get a little bit aggressive. But then what happened after that is we began to pump again. So now a lot of the supply is gone, and the effort involved to make the price go up is less and less. It's getting easier and easier to make the price appreciate in value. So that's it. Keep it really, really simple. That is all the time I have for today. If you enjoyed the content, please leave it a like. Don't forget to subscribe. And until next time, please trade safe. It is a jungle out there.